The forest of Okiri had always been a place of silence. Children were warned never to wander near it, hunters whispered prayers when they skirted its borders, and even the bravest warriors never entered after sunset. It was said that the trees there were older than the village itself, older than memory, older than song. Some claimed they were once men, cursed for their pride and turned into pillars of wood. Others swore the forest was a gateway, where the dead and the living walked side by side. It was into this darkness that Nora stepped. Her torn veil clung to her disfigured face as the night air wrapped around her. She wore her blue wrapper and blouse, her red head wrap knotted tightly, coral beads clinking softly with each step. The cowries at her waist rattled like teeth. The villagers' voices of rejection still echoed in her ears, but louder now were the whispers, those same ancestral voices that had led her here. They tugged at her spirit like unseen hands. The path narrowed quickly. Vines as thick as rope coiled across the ground. Ancient trees bent low, their branches clawing at the air. Owls with burning eyes watched her from the shadows, silent and still. The deeper she walked, the heavier the air became, thick with the smell of damp earth and something older, something rotten. Then she heard it. Not a whisper this time. A laugh. High-pitched, childlike, echoing between the trees. Nora froze. Her heart pounded. Out of the darkness stepped a small figure, no taller than her waist. At first it looked like a child, with bright eyes and skin the color of moonlight. But when it spoke, its voice was old, ancient, older than Ojidi the seer. "Bride of sorrow," it said. "Why do you walk where even hunters fear to tread?" Nora's lips trembled. "I seek what was taken from me. My beauty. My life." The spirit tilted its head, and its eyes flashed. "Beauty? You do not understand. Morawa is not done with you. His envy is endless. He will haunt every step you take until your soul is his." The childlike spirit vanished into mist, its words echoing long after its body faded. Nora stood trembling, but her feet carried her deeper still. The forest was alive now. She heard rustling in the leaves, whispers in the roots, laughter above her head. The air shimmered, and suddenly, before her, stood a reflection of herself. Not the broken face she now bore. Not the ruined shell of a bride. But Nora, as she once had been, the jewel of Okiri, glowing with beauty, skin flawless, eyes sparkling, lips curved in joy. She was dressed in white, a radiant bride once more. The illusion stretched out its hand. "Come back," it whispered. "Leave this sorrow. Return to what you were." Nora's heart ached. Tears filled her eyes. She longed to touch that hand, to believe the lie. But then she remembered Morawa's laughter, the cruel joy of the villagers' rejection, her husband's silence. Slowly, she shook her head. The vision cracked like glass. Her beautiful self dissolved into smoke, replaced by a towering shadow. From the smoke emerged a creature, a monster stitched together from darkness. Its arms were long and clawed, its body a shifting cloud of black. Eyes burned like coals across its chest, its face, even its back. It roared, a sound that shook the ground. Nora screamed and ran. The shadow lunged, trees splintering as it chased her. Branches whipped her face, roots caught her feet, but desperation drove her forward. She stumbled into a clearing just as the monster's claw slashed the air behind her. And there she saw it, an abandoned shrine. Its walls were broken, its roof half collapsed, but the stone altar still stood, covered in moss and old blood. Strange carvings glowed faintly in the moonlight. The monster screeched, clawing at the edge of the clearing, but it would not cross the line of stones that circled the shrine. It howled in fury, then dissolved into smoke, retreating back into the forest. Nora collapsed to her knees, gasping for breath. She touched the cracked altar with trembling hands. The air around it pulsed with power, heavy and ancient. The whispers rose again, stronger than ever. Voices of the dead, voices of her bloodline, filling her head until her ears rang. And through the voices came one truth. Her journey had only begun. The shrine waited. The forest waited. And Morawa, somewhere in the shadows, waited too.